Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show how you can take a user's full mailbox backup in PST and also take the user's SharePoint and OneDrive backup from Office 365 portal. So previously you can do this by using eDiscovery from Microsoft compliance portal, but since Microsoft has renamed the compliance portal to Microsoft Purview portal, so I can show today I will show you how you can take the both office users mailbox backup as well as users OneDrive or SharePoint site backup by using the eDiscovery case. So first of all, you need to assign the role to export the or start the eDiscovery process. For give the role to the administrator. So to do that, you need to go to the security portal. You click on systems and then click on permissions. So select the email and collaboration roles in here and look for the eDiscovery manager. So without this permission, you cannot export the results, like export the PSTs and also the files in here. Then you need to click on the edit option in here. We do not need the eDiscovery manager role. So we click on next. We need the eDiscovery administrator role. So this role will be enough to export the result. Then you click on the choose users. Then you select your admin user. In my case, this is my admin ID. So my admin ID is already selected. If your global admin is not selected, just select like this and then click on next and then save. So it will take like 3 to 4 minutes to propagate to give the export rules. So remember, if you don't have this rule, then you cannot export the result. It will not downloading your results. So next you click on Microsoft Purview portal. So previously it was Microsoft compliance portal. Now it's changed to Microsoft Purview portal. So in solutions, you will look for the eDiscovery in here. So in eDiscovery, you have this option for cases. You can create case, case by case. Then you can export the result, or you can also just simply create a content search. So I found this more, easy. So then I use this content search more often than using the cases. So in content search, just create a search in here, give it a name, let's say PST, the users, then click on create. Just give it a name that you will remember that whose ID you take the backup or export the results. So once you do this, there is a two option that will come. One is the data source, and then second option is the run query or the condition builder. So condition builder option. So first what you do, you need to click on this one, click on add data source. Then you can find that look for the ID that you wanted to take the backup. So I wanted to take a backup of this ID. So I select this one and look for this one. This is very important. You will have default option to take the mailboxes and the sites of this selected user. So if you don't want to take the sites backup, you can just only click on mailbox only. And if you don't want just mailbox, just only site, then you can just site only. And if you want both, because in many cases we'll find that the both option is like a huge one, because the mailbox could be like a user's mailbox could be Microsoft mailbox like 10 GB, 20 GB, or 30 GB. So that 30 GB is already a bigger one. And if you include the site of that user, it is more than 100 GB, 200 GB, or 300 GB and more. Because in sites the options the sites is much larger. It depends on the user's uses. So if you wanted to take the both, in my case this user says very very low email, so we just click on mailbox and sites only, then save and close. So that's I selected the my data source. I just take the backup for one people, both mailboxes and sites. And in the condition builder I can add the condition. So what condition that I prefer the date condition. So if I wanted to if your goal is to take the full backup, like you wanted to take the A to Z backup of these users, so then you don't need to add anything in here, just keep it as it is and then run query. But if you wanted to take the portion of the backup, like you want to take the last 1 year mail, or last 2 years mail data of that user, so then you can use this date condition that I use quite often. Let's say I wanted to take the backup of this user's last 1 month mail. So then what I do is that I can use this in between option. This is very very easy. In between I just wanted to take data from, let's say, 1 January to latest, so last 1 month data. So I can just select this and run query. And if I wanted to just full data, I mean, like, I don't need to add any condition in here, just keep it as it is and then click on run query. So once you run query, it will checking for running jobs and everything. It's give us the statistics of it, and then click on run query. So once you run it, it will take some time, and it will assess the user's mailbox and sites, that how many data is has. So it will show the statistics in here. So this is assessing request and identifying locations. So it will take some time, depends on your mailbox sizes. So this might take a few minutes. So yeah, calculating time remaining. So see, in my case I have not very much data. It is like 700 kbs of data in here. And all the data, I mean, say, you can see in here in mailbox I have like 103 items, and in sites I have only just 4 items in here. So this will show the results in here. So now I wanted to export the results, so just click on export, give it a name. Let's say, give the name, and then just click on export. I wanted to create PSTs for message, and also you can take .msg format if you want. And the max PST package size is maximum is 10 GB. So and max zip file size is like 10 GB. So if you want this might sound some you can see it as confused, but if you have let's say 50 GB data, so what does that mean? So it means that if you have the 50 GB data, if you click on 10 GB in here and you click on 40 GB in here, so what you will do is that let's say I just click on 1010. So what you will do is that it will create a 5 packages, and with 5 zip file. So you will get the 5 pst zip file, and once you unzip all those 5, then you will get your full 50 GB data. So it's not like in one go you will get the total 50 GB. So the max PST size is like 10 GB. So if you have a 50 GB mailbox, then it will create a 5 PST. And if you select 1 GB with the PST, then it will create like 50 PST. But in a zip file, as you can see in here, let's say I click on this 2 GB one. So that means that I in one zip file, it will contain the two 1 GB PST file. So that means if I click on 40 GB and 10 GB, that means it will create a one zip file, and under one zip file I will get four PST file. So you will download one zip file of 40 GB. So the total 40 GB will download will one go, and then under those zip file you will find four PST. So in my case I don't have that much of data, just select on default. So this is very important if when you work with very big export. So just click on export in here. So once we run the export is in progress. So it will again take some time. So the export is started. So once the export is started, you can see the results, and you will get the details with the uh, process manager. So just click on uh, progress manager. So my export is already complete. So because this is very little data, so it's just take only 1 minute 19 second. But in your case, if you run a long or larger mailbox, it will take some time. In my experience, uh, when I try to export a mailbox like 10 GB, so it is taking like more than 5 to 6 hours, depends on the items, because it just look for the items. If the mailbox has more items, like more than lakh, more than 100,000 item, it will take time. So roughly in my experience, when you try to export a 10 GB mailbox, it will take more than 5 to 6 hours, maximum 6 hours. So once you click on the export one, you will get this option. As you can see in here, in my case, this is the PST that I'm looking for. These are the items, and this is the report that of this. I don't need the report one, I just need the items and the PST. Just click on one. So that one actually told you this is a GIF file, and GIF file there is one PST in here. So in your case, if you have a bigger file, it might just show you one GIF file. Under that GIF file you will get the others all PSTs. So now click on download in here. So once you click on the download, the file got downloaded. So it downloaded in here. Click on the show folder. Okay. So once you download it, you will get the results in here. This is the item and this is my PSTs. So let's unzip this one. Let's just close it. So as you can see in here, you'll get exchange, and this is my PST file. So once you connect Outlook with the PSTs one, let's just connect and see the results. I'm just opening my Outlook. So in file, just add it. So it is in my downloads, PSTs exchange, then add that PST. So in here it will show is like this one. This is the inbox item that I have, just only two mails in here. If I have any deletable deleted item or anything on purge, it will show. Okay, in the calendars and everything have I can find it in here. So this is for the mail option. And if you wanted to check the Outlook one. I don't think that I don't have any item in the, sorry, in OneDrive. So in OneDrive, in my SharePoint, there is nothing actually. So in the documents, there is like forms or anything. There is a form. You will get that. Okay. So this way you can easily get the desired mailbox, and also from the SharePoint sites that if any user have, so you can easily take the backup. So you will get the SharePoint site as well as the mailbox one to the OneDrive. No, you don't get the OneDrive backup from here. So actually you already see that it will take the backup from the SharePoint side of that user, not OneDrive backup. So in OneDrive you need to take the manual backup, like you download the OneDrive option or OneDrive files. So that's it for today. Thank you. So I just